Um, wow, there are a lot of participants in that, right? So 713, that's like a respectable showing, right? I have no clue how many participants there are. If it was 713 out of 714, well, you showed that one guy who's boss. But no, if there was like a lot, then that could be cool. Um, uh, so I'm tempted to just like change one of these by like like less than, or like greater than, change it from like greater than or equal to like great. I don't know, like I don't know. I feel like this could fix it. Um, I don't know. Uh, I should no. I mean, I should be very deliberate in how handle this because it doesn't make sense to me that they would be different though. Like everything that we've been seeing seems to indicate that like perhaps there is like some nuance here that has been overlooked. But 4,000. Wow. All right. Yeah. No. Congratulations. That's a very respectable showing. Good job. Who knew that people find dick jokes hilarious? Like, good job. You found like some you you've broken new comedic grounds. You're an innovator in your field. Sorry, I don't mean to belittle your accomplishment. I just who knew that people found those jokes funny. Um, sorry. No, congratulations, Sogam. Um, so uh, um, is there any like practical reason that these should actually be different? I mean, no, there really isn't. Because even though it represents, oh, excuse me. Oh, what's wrong with my face? I'm like out of the habit of like streaming, and all of a sudden like my brain is like I'm still in vacation mode. I guess I don't know. I don't know. It just probably doesn't show up on camera, but I'm a lot darker than I was last week because I got as much sun as I did. Uh, so, anyways, no, there's no reason that these should actually be different because although so the difference here is basically like at any when we're transitioning, we could be transitioning into an environment that has this special layer, like the river, or we could be transitioning out of an environment that has this special layer. And so hypothetically, we can actually be transitioning between layers, between two environments that, oh, no, no, no. It has nothing to do with this. No, it has nothing to do with this. And I know this for one very good reason. As I was just about to say, we could be transitioning out of one environment that has this special layer into another environment that has a different version of the same special layer. And that is in fact has been the case, and we in fact have noticed this bug in those cases. And when this bug occurs in those cases, it actually occurs for both environments. So it's not just one side or the other. So yeah, okay. So again, I don't understand. I still don't understand like why this is necessarily the case, but like the end phase markers, it seems like this one is just supposed to be like 1 pixel higher for some reason, and I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me, but like whatever. Sure, let's go with that. I don't know. Sure. Okay. Okay. Whatever works. And then hey, C Flickster, congratulations on level 2. Uh uh yeah, okay, so then and then I don't know, whatever, let's just go with this, see what it does. Just say that, whatever. All good. Um so then so what else? What else do we do? Uh um yeah, no, let's just move on to the next thing. The water flicker bug, like I've never truly understood like what was going on with it. And I've always just like applied fixes to it that should work, and then does it happen again? Does it not happen again? I don't know. We'll see. Um, so I'm just going to I'm not gonna get rid of these references just in case I need to look at them again at some point. I'm just gonna like put them no. I'm just gonna put them like at the end, like in parentheses or something, because you know we've changed it since we had these occur. So if we need to go back and reference the old ones, then we'll have them there, and otherwise we can start looking for new data points. So why do name tags fly off the top of the screen when environment duration is shorter? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question. I do still need to fix it though. So let's go to pause NT. Yeah, delta frame. It's because we're using delta frame. Why would we use delta frame? I don't know. We have delta time. I'm pretty sure delta time is also a thing. Where do we calculate delta frame? Yeah, we just do delta time divided by environment duration times G width. So, no, let's just do delta time, right? Yeah. Because there's no reason that like frame is only for the animation purposes. So yeah, no, it's supposed to be delta time. Of course, that dramatically changes this value because wait, how are we calculating it? It was like delta. So environment duration divided by or time. So okay, so it's gonna be too fast now because G width divided by environment duration is G width divided by environment duration is like 3 or like 4 or something like that. Well, actually, let's find out what it is. It's do I know a website where programmers and artists can find each other? Have you tried Match.com? I'm just I think I do. I it's not like it's not coming to mind immediately, but I feel like I've heard of that before. Oh, you know what it is? I think there's a subreddit for that. I think I found that once upon a time. Subreddit game dev looking for game developer classifieds. Was this it? I don't think this is the one I was thinking of. I mean, this is kind of it. No, this is more like jobby sort of stuff, not for like indie sort of stuff. I mean, it might be worth a shot. I don't know. If this is like similar to what you're looking for, then it's like, I don't know. It's not really it. Anyways, you can find that with the same Google search if you want. No, I swear there's like a, wait, maybe there's like a linked subreddit. Oh, hey, look at this. Search for a specific, nah. No, huh. I don't know. I swear I found one once that was like pretty much exactly what you were describing. Maybe that was the one I was thinking of. Maybe I'm remembering it differently. I don't know. If I remember anything else though, I'll let you know. I feel like that has to exist. I feel like I've seen it before. Maybe, yeah. No, I don't know. All right. So yeah. So environment duration right now is like, what is environment duration actually? I think it's like 6 point something. Or no, it's okay. Yeah. So it's right. So right. It's like 6 minutes or something like that. 6.5 minutes. But yeah. So 450. Or no, actually 1920 divided by 450. This is like what the difference that we're playing. So yeah. So the speeds that we have for like what is it, speed profiles or whatever. Excuse me. Speed profiles. Yeah, right. So the name tag speeds of like 2.5, 4, 5.5, like those need to get divided by 4.2. I guess. What is those numbers actually? So uh, it's like 2.5 divided by 4.2. It's not like it has to be exact or anything. Wow, that's a weird number. I'll just call that 0.6. Hey, that was the new follower sound. R2 Games, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. um, all right, so this was I don't know, whatever. So 4 divided by 4.2, 4 divided by 4.2 equals. Wait, what? 4 divided by 4.2 is not equal to 0. 4 divided by 4.2 equals. There we go. So 0.95-ish. C Flixter, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. Oh. And thank you, Twitums. I think I've been getting better at mustache. I've been like practicing, like mustaching. I feel like I'm getting there, and I appreciate your positive feedback. All right, so 0.95 will be for this one, and then 5.5. 5.5 divided by 4.2 equals, we'll call that 1.3. All right, let's see if this looks right. I think if I understand, I never actually, sorry, I'm just gonna bump up the process priority on Python because I don't think I did that when I restarted it. Yeah. And I just don't like it when it's all stuttery like that. So cool. Yeah, what's right, so I think I can just alright, so I'll make this version of the script unoriginal. I'll make this like not the true version of the script. False. And I think I can just actually run multiple versions of the same script for some reason. Oh, right. No, it doesn't like it because of the whole rename log business. Yeah, so whatever, I'll just make a copy of the script. Whatever. Alright, copy here. I'm not even gonna bother renaming it. Copy. I'm just doing it to test the name tag stuff. Just to make sure the name tag speeds are like reasonable. So like let's see, Trusty Bard. No, that's really slow. That's like not moving at all. Was I not supposed to divide it? Was I supposed to multiply it? Yeah, I was totally supposed to multiply it, not divide it. Whoops. So it was 2.5. Sargam! Sargam, thank you very much for your generosity. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I very much appreciate it. Sargam donates $2 with the comment dun 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 dun. It's pretty difficult to put music into words. Well, I knew exactly what you meant with that, unless I got it wrong. I assume that's what you meant. Again, thank you very much. I very much appreciate that, Sogam. You're very nice. You're very kind. So, yeah, when I was dividing those numbers earlier, I was actually supposed to be multiplying them. So, let's go back to speed profiles. Speed profiles, and so right, so this is not going to be 0.6. This is going to be like 10.5. And so what was the other one? The other one was like 4. No, the other one was just 4. So like 4 times 4.2 equals 16.8. It doesn't even make sense that it would have been such small numbers. I don't know why I thought it would be such small numbers, but I'm silly. And then lastly, 5.5, I think was the last one, times 4.2 equals 23.1. 23.1. All right. Yeah, I guess I prefer having spaces here. Okay, so that's not a big deal though. All right, so let's do this to both versions of the script because we're working in two versions of the script right now, which can be dangerous. So now if I run this, it should the name tags should move up the screen at roughly the same pace that they do in the bottom script. Yeah, that looks about right. It might be, and it's gonna be slightly off because I rounded some of those numbers, but uh, all right, so cool. Let's 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 continue on now. Right, because we fixed that now. So now name tags are not going to fly off the top of the screen. Because for testing purposes, I made the environment move a lot faster, and then all of a sudden the name tags were just like going because it was taking that into account unnecessarily. But okay, yeah. So like I said earlier, this task here is not super glamorous, but it should be fairly straightforward too. When ChatGM calls multi-event, trim the suffix command and have Trusty Bard say the pick up to numbers bit. Okay, so right, yeah. How do we want to handle this? So let's go to the Hark. What? Oh, Hark, not exclamation point. Hark exclamation point. Let's go to the part where the GM is like calling an event, and yeah, how do we do this? How do we set up like the intro string? It's when we call the it's when we schedule the yeah, so we schedule init event top clean, right? So top clean. So basically what we want to do here, this is where we send through the text that we want to say for the event. So I think I'm actually just right here going to change top clean based on the suffix command. Where is it that we do this off? There, yeah. So tsplit -1 equals multi. Yeah. So, oh yeah, multi A2, A3. Right, so it's this tsplit index -1. So basically we want to say, we want to index, yeah, we want to index, top clean. Actually, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Oh, no. Actually, no, we only want to do it in these cases. So, in each of these cases, yeah, we'll just say, all right, whatever. Top clean equals it equals itself indexed because right, so the way the GM inputs these commands is they just end their phrase with like these special terms, and depending on those terms, whoa, wait a second, hold on. Oh no, I changed my mind. Okay, we're actually gonna do this. Yeah, no, sorry, for making faces. We're gonna do this down here, and we're gonna say if new ev max actions is greater than 1. Yeah. If new ev max actions is greater than 1. So if any of these criteria have evaluated, because it just occurred to me, not only do we have to do this in any of those cases, but we also have to do something else as well. So yeah, the first thing that we do is we say top clean equals top clean indexed up to from the start of the string to the length of tsplit index -1. So we want to cut out the last word altogether, and so we just index it right up to the start of that. Then what we want to do is we want to say if so then we'll say if or we'll say, yeah, no, we can say then top clean. Actually, I guess, yeah, no, we can do this in one equivalent statement. Is we can say top clean indexed, trimming off the plot. the end there, and then we'll say uh, pick uh, pick up to 2. Is that or actually, so this is supposed to be a string. Oops. This is supposed to be a string, and it's supposed to be specifically the same string that we use for the pre-scripted events, just for consistency, for the purpose of consistency. So yeah, pick up to 2, pick up to 3. So right, actually no, it's only supposed to say pick up to space, because then we're gonna say if new ev max actions. Oh, actually no, you know what we can do is that we already have the number word, so we can just say pick up to plus number strings index new ev max actions. Oh, do I have to do to lower? Like, are number strings naturally capitalized, or yes, they are. So I should do to lower. So number strings dot lower, and yeah, and then plus the close parentheses, or the period in the close parentheses. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. So the other thing, though, is the ad-lib stuff. Because if it's ad-lib, it's different again. Oh. So I could just do that first. Wait a second. Oh, wait. Whoa. Yeah, okay, wait, hold on a second. Where do we set adlib to be true for like these for GM initiated events? It has to happen somewhere. Okay. Wait. We do it way down here. If archery... Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna hold off on doing this. Oh, cripes. No, this gets a little fumbly. No, this is fine. We'll do it... No, right, we do it here. Yeah. Wait, do we? No, wait. In an archery event, I think we do say pick up to 2. Hold on, let me double check this. Oh, why am I still working the copy of the script? Awkward. Alright, I'm gonna... I don't want to be doing that. I don't think. Yikes, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna accidentally, like, forget to migrate something between these two versions of the script. I did move these numbers over, so that's good. Whoops. What the crap just happened? Undo. No, redo? I don't know. Whatever. Alright. No, let's just get rid of the copy of the script, because that's just gonna get me in trouble. Alright, I'll just delete it forever. Alright, no, yeah, right. Okay, so, it was, so we were down in the, yeah, we were down in the section where the GM was, like, initiating an event, and, I guess, yeah, for archery events, I think I do add in, like, the thing where it says, like, pick up to 2. But I was also going to test that, so, I guess, yeah, I should test that. Or I could just make a decision on that. Like, should it? I think it should. So, yeah, I'll just assume that it does. Right, okay, so, actually, yeah, I can just move this down here. The thing is, the reason I wanted to do the adlib, do this after the adlib thing, is for the adlib thing, there's a different thing that I want to do. So, like, so we'll say, oh, shoot, wait, but no, we have to do the trimming. Shoot, we have to do the oh, okay. Alright, so we have to do the trimming before... We have to do the trimming first, and then we have to do the appending stuff later. So Yeah, the whole like top clean equals top clean like minus the last word. I will do that here, here, and here. Not there. There, uh, there, and there. But then, right, the rest of it we'll do later. So like the pick up to, etc., etc. Uh, so, um, yeah, so actually I'll do, just for consistency, I'm gonna actually add one here. Because if I just do the length of the, that last word, there'll still be a space character between the previous word and that word. So if I do, so I'll chop off an extra character, and that way, we, right? Because like there are like conditions, like, you know, it could be that we're just chopping this off. It could be that we're chopping this off and we're adding something at the end. It could be that we're chopping something off, we're adding something different, and then we're adding something else. So like it's just easier to keep the space characters like under control. Uh, yeah. So supertype classic, right? So say q blah 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 top clean. Top clean in this case plus equals. I should probably just have like a string for this, like so I don't have to keep retyping it. I think it's like choose your own actions. Oh wait, does this already get? Oh wait, no, this is good. Okay, so right, so I was like, wait, does this already get said in the case of the GM, you know, a chat GM, and it does. It gets said here. But this is so the difference here is that sayQ is what Trusty Bard will say in chat, and top clean is what will get shown on screen. So it's like kind of redundant in a way, but it's also kind of not. So uh, uh, okay. Yeah. So in the case of adlib, it will say so. So the top clean. Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna put the space characters here because this is where we know we need the space character. Because like if you don't need to trail with a space character unless you're adding something else on. So this is the place where we are adding something else on. So we'll add that space character, and then oh right. So this top clean is now plus equals, and we'll need a space character here as well. Okay, and I think this is good. I think this is good. I think we can do all right here. Um, so then, let's, what was it? Is that everything that we just were doing? When ChatGM calls multi-events, yes, trim the suffix command and have Trusty Bard say the pickup to number, yeah. All right, so I think that's done now. Actually, though, what? Trusty Bard doesn't say anything in an archery event, which is weird, and that's not quite right. So let's do something there. Uh, so, oh, wait a second. I should just move where this, yeah, no, you know what? I should just do this, differently, or, no, what do I want to do here? Um, yeah, because I'm changing how, like those multi-tags work, I should actually update this as well. I hadn't really thought about that. So, oh yeah, so for one thing, wait, where's the other sayQ dot put? Uh, okay, yeah, so there's one here. Whoa, wait a second. No, this is good. No, okay, this is good. Right. Okay, okay, so yeah, so in this case, oh yeah, so the same thing that I'm doing with, this pickup to blah blah blah. Uh, huh. I guess I'll there's always like the easy way to immediately get the desired result, but then there's also like the way that you should do it. So the easy way is easy. I could just start slapping this all over the place. The way that I should probably do it though is a little bit different. Um, well, for one thing, I should double check. I don't know. It's like this pick up to number strings thing. I feel like I should just be always doing this. I feel like there's never a place that I don't want to be doing this. So instead of like doing it a million places to make sure I'm covering it, like why don't I just do it like right at the very end? Hey, congratulations, Vin Shady, and anyone else who might have leveled up. Uh, yeah, I feel like I should just be doing this in one place instead of like putting it a million different places. Like just find the place where it actually becomes relevant and put it there, right? Because I don't really need to do it anywhere else. So let's uh, let's think that through. Is there ever a case that I have more max actions and I don't want to say that? Excuse me, I'm suppressing a sneeze. I don't think so. So yeah, no. Yeah, let's just move this and just let's do this elsewhere, and then we won't have to worry about it here. Uh, Although I'll do something similar here. All right, so let's cut this, remove this, and let's go to init event. Let's go to the place where we actually process it. Yeah. So right. So here's this pick up to two business. So yeah, actually we can just say if curref max actions is oh, we're only doing this in classic. All right, so that's one thing that can change. Uh, so intro string. Okay. Oh, okay. So this whole pick up to two thing. Yeah, we do have that hard coded. Okay, okay. Um. Oh, intro string. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad that I checked this. I guess because so for one thing, yeah, we can get rid of this here. Uh, we can get rid of this here, and we're just gonna say. Oh wait, graphics messages put. Oh no. Wait. Graphics messages. Oh no, that's just for action tags. Okay. I was like, I thought we had already like I thought I couldn't put this conditional down here because I thought we had already gotten to the point where we were like sending off that message, but whatever. No. Okay, so so if curev dot max actions is greater than one, then uh, we'll say intro string plus equals this phrase. Okay. Right. So now we're just doing it across the board. We don't have to worry about it in like a million specific cases. Okay. Uh, and then did I want to change something else too, or no? I think that was it basically. Okay. So now let's go back to the place where we were, or down to the place where we were processing the rest of those commands, because now we don't really have to, right? So that's handled. So now all we have to do is that trimming part. And the other thing that I realized that I want to do that I hadn't been doing yet was the part where we were processing the yeah, what Trusty Bard says. So in the case of archery, yeah, we don't want to. We basically want Trusty Bard to be saying that thing that we had going on in that other position, the thing about like you can aim your bow left, right, or steady or whatever. Uh, yeah, so let's go get that. But then also the thing about all right, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this differently. We're gonna say like say string equals well, it'll. All right, I'm gonna write this backwards. So if new ev dot max actions. Oh wait, this is archery. So no, wait, no, we don't have to. No, in the archery case, it's much less complicated. It's just in the other cases that we'll have to actually do like logic stuff. No, in this case, we can just say uh, pick up to 2. Super rare environment, which shows up every 10 rounds or so. So gone. Oh, hey, Drywall! Sorry. I was not paying attention to chat. I get super zoned out sometimes. I I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? I'm doing like string manipulation. I like so the thing that's fun is that there are like at this point there are like 3 different places that the text shows up in this game, and in each of those contexts, like I want it to show up a little differently. And so like there so like whenever it's only at this one point where we're like creating the events themselves, but I'm now like I'm like hypothetically I'm simplifying how this works, but in order to simplify it, I have to take a relatively tangled mess of like possibilities and like 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 pair it and like get it a little bit more grokkable, like parsable, intuitive. I would take any of those things right now. All right, so this is supposed to be the line about like steadying your bow. So let's go to no, not here. Yeah, so you can aim left and right and steady your bow. Pick up to 2. So now we can go back to down here and right. So you can aim left, right, and steady your bow. Pick up to 2. Oh, oh yeah, right. So actually, you should say everyone, because otherwise it sounds like he's addressing the GM. Everyone, you can aim you can aim left and right, and steady your bow. Pick up to 2. I guess you should say you can each pick up to 2. Okay, cool. And then right. So the other case is here. This is the one that gets a little weird, because okay. So no, wait. We can't even do it here. Okay. So no. So what we actually have to do is we have to just put together say string. Right. Okay. So say string. All right. We'll start out. We'll go above outside this conditional. We'll say say string. Say string equals nothing. It starts out blank, and then so down here, instead of putting this directly into the say queue, we'll say string equals say string equals et cetera, et cetera, and then we'll again here we'll say. I mean, this is actually the situation where we can actually just straight up like say it, because this one isn't as like prone to variation, but let's just for consistency we'll in this case we'll say string equals blah blah blah, and again here we'll say say string equals oh, I'm not deleting my parentheses. I have lingering parentheses at the end of these lines, which are going to screw things up. And then, where's the other one? Here? Yeah. And then, right, okay. So in the case of archery, we already know that you can pick up to 2, because in archery you always get the option of like 2 actions. In the other events, ad-lib or otherwise, like regardless of whether the event is ad-lib, you have that, there is that variability. So before we actually say this A string, we have to check. So actually, I guess we are doing this here, just for a different reason. So if new ev, uh, oh wait a second. When I'm setting adlib, I'm not even setting the max actions. Do I do that later? Do I set max actions on an event rather than on the event creation? Maybe, but I don't know if I necessarily should wait for that. Maybe I feel like I should actually be doing that. Maybe more proactively, at least in the case that like this is where we're setting or where we're handling these strings. So no, I think that might have just been a legit bug. I think I was supposed to be setting the max actions when I was setting adlib. Um, hmm. Okay. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I am doing that down there. I just like overlooked the part where I'm doing that. We'll see. Uh, so yeah, where do we? Uh, is this the only place where we affect max actions? Yeah, no, I think I was just straight up forgetting that. Whoops. No, 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 wait. No, this code path will still evaluate for adlib? Is that true? No. Uh, no, it literally just doesn't. I was just overlooking that. Adlib equals true. Max actions equals. Oh no no. Okay, so no, I have to be doing. I have to be. I basically have to be doing this in either of those cases. So yeah, I might want to restructure a lot of this. Because I think like I kind of have archery kind of like just slapped in the middle here, but like this like these two cases, the case on the top and the bottom almost have like more in common than the case with archery. So um, I think something's got to change here. Um, all right, so how do we? So if archery in source split, okay, we'll make this the first conditional actually. All right, so cut this and then yeah, okay. So before we even check that, we'll say if archery in source split, then it's very simple. So this will be the else. So this will all be part of an else case. So else and then everything down to yeah. So we can get rid of this else. But then everything between here and here. Yeah, this is so this is like archery, and then this is classic, and then oh, I know why I did it that way. I did it the other way because right. So the ChatGM commands are interpreted a little bit implicitly because like there's like I can't do error messages with the ChatGM like because once the GM says something in chat, it shows up in chat and everyone can see it. So there's no way to like filter for errors before the GM actually hits send. And so instead, I just have to like kind of roll with whatever the GM gives. And yeah, all right. I guess technically I want to say man. I can make a really stupid conditional here. I can make like a ridiculously stupid conditional here. Um, I don't know that I want to. What if I just spun it around again? What if I didn't do archery first? What if what if I yeah, what fine. Um so yeah, no, what if I just said if archery not in uh source split, then it's the other one. No, again, it's just that doesn't work because like it'll specifically avoid the it'll just send like The logic here is going to be so dumb. It's going to be something like if the length of acts unique is greater than 2, like if there are multiple actions, then like skip ahead or like I don't know. Yeah, no, actually I guess I can set that stuff up first. Like here's all the processing that we do like in various cases, but we can do like the all right, yeah. So all right, I'll come back to this in a second. I'll leave it like this. It's not the logic that I want, but it's like it at least it would work if I ran it right now. So hey, protoplasm. How's it going? Yeah. I I'm not dead, as it turns out. um, all right. So if so right, all we're gonna do here is if the length of acts unique, uh, uh, is greater than or equal to 2, uh, no, we'll spin this around. If the length of acts unique is less than 2, then we'll say if archery in source split 1 right, we're not going to do everything here. We're just going to say super type equals archery. Actually, no, you know what? For this one, I think that actually in this case I can just do like basically everything up front. Yeah? I don't know. Sure, why not? I guess I will also use say string. All right, so yeah, so we'll just get rid of that. And then so then there'll be an else case here. The else case being just the gist of what we do here. Just super type equals classic and adlib equals true. And then we'll do the rest of it later, probably. Because we're gonna, I mean, we kind of have to run the same conditional twice, but I don't care. All right, so we'll get rid of this else, and then we'll just unindent this. So like we kind of oops, no, Control S. Oh no, that was just saving. Shift Tab. That's what I meant to actually do. So now, yeah. So then I guess the other thing we can do now is we can just say instead of running this conditional, because we actually did just run this conditional, we can just say if new ev dot adlib, because now we have that set. I don't know. Feels slightly less gawky. Okay. Oh wait. No, I do actually have to check supertype though, because right, again, we don't need to do any of this for archery. This is only for supertype classic. So if new of supertype equals classic and wait, no, this is going to be an indented conditional because the whole thing we only do. All right, no, I didn't mean to unindent this actually. I forgot because I do need to run this conditional. We do need to check that because right, this block is going to be only for classic, and then select all this again, indent it again. Right, so there's going to be the conditional then if new of adlib, and actually if new of adlib, I'm switching these around because I don't know, I don't like being unnecessarily negative, and so instead of saying if not new of adlib and keeping it in that direction, I'll spin it around this way instead. So so this would be the else. Okay. All right. So now we have these like grouped so that basically, yeah. So all I really wanted was that for like this chunk here, to only be pertinent for the classic event types, and now we have that. So we can just say, oh yeah. Also, we're already setting the super type in that separate conditional, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this stuff because again, we're already setting that up here. Okay, so we do the choose your own action thing, and then so this chunk this whole chunk here we will cut from here, we'll put it down here, But we'll also unindent it, so that way it'll happen regardless of whether the event is adlib or not. All right, we did it. We did it, you guys. We got there. Okay, and then I think there's more that I have to do. Oh yeah, so for one thing, I haven't set up say string to actually get said. We're now, instead of the, yeah, so for all those things that we would have been saying previously, we're now setting say string to be equivalent to that phrase. But now in any of those cases, well, what is this if new ev line? I think that was one of the things that I started to write and decided not to actually go with. So, all right, so now we'll say q dot put. Wait, say q. Yeah, it should be say q dot put, right? Say q is a q. It's like an actual q. All right, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's q. Hey, there's a new follower, nice. Neverom, welcome to the channel. Thank you for following. Okay, so the Trusty Bard is going to say something. So we're setting up what Trusty Bard will say, depending on all these various cases. Oh, I'm still not doing this one though yet, am I? No, right? Because then that's the other thing. For this like multi-actions business, not only am I setting the new ev actions, max actions, I'm also adding to this say string the appropriate thing regarding like how many additional so on and so forth. So yeah, no, this is simple enough. We can just say I'm just gonna do it down here as another conditional. So what is it? If new ev max actions is greater than 1, then we'll say, was that, did I have it pasted here or did I like get rid of it? I know I had it so it's the same thing that we're doing in the initiate event section. So it's the thing about yeah, number to lower, so int string or whatever, plus equals. All right, so so if new f max action is greater than 1, then we'll say say string oops, not say try. Stupid fingers. Right, so we'll say how many actions the player can pick. Like that, for example. See the text that says pick up to 2? We just want to make sure that that shows up correctly. Whoa. That's the archery event. Why is it not acting like an archery event? Why is it acting like a regular event? It's acting like event type 1. Okay, so that's a bug. I was a little into what I was doing. I didn't notice that bug until just now. Why did that bug? Why did that not work? Yeah, so this is the first time that we're initiating an hypothetically, this would have been the first time that we were initiating an archery event, using the prescripted event rather than an authored event. So, huh. Yeah, let's look into that next. Let's look into that now. So the sorry, just one thing before I move on. Wait a second. Yeah, no, this is all fine. No, it's the thing that Trusty Bard says, like the say string thing. In this scenario, it just occurred to me I don't tend to use parentheses. Trusty Bard just says it, no parentheses, because like in this case, Trusty Bard saying anything is kind of like the parentheticals for a prescripted event. So okay, yeah. Now so that should be good now. And now let's look at why that archery event was getting treated as that event's never going to end either, right? I'm just gonna conclude the event manually because I think it's like I I don't know, something's weird and wrong about it. So I'm just going to conclude that event. Is that not going to work either? Is that not going to work? Conclude event? Nah? Not going to work? I might just have to restart the script. Alright, I'm going to bring the script down now, so that way hopefully I can figure out why that didn't work, and we can restart the script, and it'll be ready to run by the time we have it fixed, hopefully. So what the heck? Event status, oh yeah, no, event space status. Hark, a band of dark elves challenge you, blah blah blah. 1. Event status on. That's what that says. It says the text of the event. Classic. It says it's event type classic. So that's weird. Let's start with init event. I assume it's getting loaded correctly. Let's just like work backwards from where we see that it's gone weird. All right, so let's go to init event and check out what's happening here. So if supertype equals classic, wait, actually no, when we're sending through this event status message, we're going with cur-ev supertype. So actually it's a fairly safe assumption that we are in fact loading it in incorrectly. Because we're not like, you know, this thing here, classic, like this isn't like part of any conditional. This is literally just going by the current event supertype. So, right, so let's go to the part where we load events then. It's environments, that's the Twitter stuff. Here we are. So, supertype equals classic. So where is it where they're setting supertype? Because that seems to be going awry. Supertype equals events. So, all right, so if event names classic, event name classic does not have archery in it. Oh. Free is event type 6. Free is event type 6. So it is supposed to be event type 7. Huh. Why did I think it was supposed to be 6? And why did... I know why I thought it was supposed to be 6. I thought it was supposed to be 6 because it crashed when I put 7. Why did it crash on 7? Events, index name dot type. Event names list. I don't know, that's stupid. I don't respect it as a person. No. Whatever. I'm just putting this back up to 7 and then it should work. Everything's fine. I'm perfect. Everything's perfect. I don't know why that crash happened. I remember, I had it at 7, I guess because I was right in the first place. And then it crashed, and so I changed it to 6, and then it stopped crashing. And I was like, oh wait, there are only 6 classic event types, so it only indexes up to 5. But no, there is a 6th classic event type, sort of, in that there's like the classic event without an event type, which is weird, but whatever. Oh, and actually, that just reminded me. I have now prescripted. I have prescripted archery events now. I still never made prescripted ad-lib events. That's been in my backlog for a long time. I might want to do that at some point. Because those would be event type 6, kind of. Yeah. Alright, so let's save this. And then, oh, I wonder if I should support gambits for archery. Like, what would that mean? Like, maybe there won't just be like one archery event type. Maybe there will be like different archery event types or something. And then, if that were true, let's figure that out later. I don't, because like basically like the whole thing about gambits, which have still never been used, like they technically exist, but like they're a completely like secret feature that like just never becomes relevant. Basically the whole gist is that you can like shift like how the event plays out. Like it's kind of like metagaming the event. Um, and I do support it for literally every event type, except that I just introduced archery and I haven't added support for it in archery yet. So I'll put that in the backlog because like I don't even know what that means right now, but maybe I'll figure it out someday. So gambits for archery. Uh, yeah. So, all right. So I'll restart the script in just a moment, and maybe then we're good with that stuff. Maybe. It's feasible. Actually, oh no, you know what? Okay, the script is like faked out right now. Yeah. Okay, so we're not working with the original version of the script. I'm gonna try running it just to see if we get that crash that we got before. No, it loads it just fine. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Maybe I just hadn't extended the list to like include archery. Like maybe I just did it in the wrong order or something. I don't know. Whatever. All right. I know. I just don't have an explanation for that. I'll restart the script in just a moment, and it'll be the true version of the script. So it'll be interactive and everything. And then, yeah, what do we want to do next? Let's, what is, oh, I can close that. I'm not going to do a perfect circle right now, because that's a really big task. A perfect circle is about as big a task as archery. Although by setting up archery, we did do a lot of the groundwork for a perfect circle. It's not actually a perfect circle, it's a spell circle. I don't know why I wrote it like that. I'm a weird person. Alright, for scripted ad-lib events, we could do that. Oh, animate karma, I do want to do that. Modular environment features, I want to do, because I cut snow, in order to get the, some of the stuff refactored, like the environment stuff refactored for the tableaus and like the archery stuff, I cut snow. Like there's still the snowy forest, it's just not snowing in the snowy forest right now because I knew I wanted to change. I knew I was going to change it at some point. Anyways, I've had this in my backlog forever, and I didn't want to put a ton of work into trying to support something that was just going to be a dead feature soon anyways. So I do want to re-implement it the correct way. I just haven't figured out what that is yet. So, yeah, that's on the to-do list. Special recognition. This this I might do. I'm not 100%, but I'm going to put it into this column because I think I want to do that. Environment-based growth things. This is also a thing that I want to do. This one might be slightly higher priority because like the special recognition is like a nice to have. Environment-based growth things is also like, I don't know. It's just slightly more. Like the game feels a little bit broken with just like it feels ever so slightly broken with the environment without the environment-based growth things. So it also shouldn't be that difficult, I hope. No, actually no, especially now that now that I changed how the those growth things work, it'll actually be kind of neat. Like there's actually fun stuff I can do with that now. I can actually like change like what it means to be in like certain environments. Like I can make some environments like more consistent. I can make some environments like a little bit like more wild, like give it a little more swing. Like maybe in the forest, like things are pretty consistent, but then like in the cave, like it's either like really hit or miss or something like that. I don't know. Environment gifts actually wouldn't be bad either. Conditional dice rolls. That I feel like conditional dice rolls are important, but like I haven't felt that urgency about it yet. Like I think like conceptually I think conditional dice rolls. Well, so I think it'll probably like kind of push the game in a slightly different direction, which I want to do that at some point. I just it's getting pushed around enough. There are enough directions for it to be pushed in like presently. I don't need to take on like a new dimension. I can refine a little bit of this stuff, like clean up a few odds and ends before we like embark on something like that. Environment gifts. I think I forget if I already said, but that is cool. Trusty prompts for voices. Yeah. All right. So this stuff isn't building interior or recent events queue upgrade. Yeah, this stuff is all like yes. I kind of want to do this stuff. Kind of. New event type, streak and cycles. I don't know. I might do that at some point. I don't know if I need to do it right now. Oh, actually. Oh. Huh. Instead of doing these as classic event types, I might do these as like a different like super I might use these like the ideas that I had for these I might use for new super types instead of new event types. So I'll just hold on to that for a little while. Birthday and birthday. I have a whole year before I have to implement that. I just have to implement it before Yakumus's birthday next year. I already missed his birthday this year, so it's not important. Progress, or actually, maybe I'll do that when I do the environment-based growth things. Um, Progress visualizations on-screen action tags. Yeah, I kind of want to do that actually. Kind of want to. Oops. This. Yeah. I'm just gonna move that higher on the list because it's like that. I kind of want to do. Time mage. Min actions. Oh yeah. A lot of this stuff is like. Yeah, I guess I want to do that sort of thing, but no urgency. Like I'll wait till I'm really bored before I do a lot of this stuff. Pre-render a stack of frames to buffer. I don't think I'm actually going to do this. I feel like things are actually going pretty okay as it is right now, so I'm going to move this over to Limbo because yeah, that's I think the reason the game felt inconsistent previously was because of the process priority. I feel like by changing the process priority, we actually smoothed out enough of the roughness. And the thing is, like right now, basically all we're fighting against is the actual cap, and we're not even fighting against that either. Like hypothetically, if we like max out the graphics, like what we'd be fighting against then is not the consistency, but the actual like cap of like how much it can render overall. And this wouldn't help with that. This would actually work against it. It would actually make drawing and like the whole graphic system more expensive. So yeah, I might just delete that entirely. Actually, yeah, no, I think for all those reasons I just described, I don't like maybe I don't know if I have another better reason down the line, maybe I'll come back to that. But for now, nah. All right, so minimum actions, persistence of energy levels. That'll be nice to have someday. I'll move this a little higher on the list. And participation doesn't process. Yeah. Okay, those are all like. I just wave my hand at those for now. So yeah, let's do what then? We can restart the script for one thing. I think it's been down long enough. Is this the true version of the script? All right, so we'll run this, and hopefully this time, if we get an archery event, it will actually be an archery event. And hey, we're in the cave, so it could happen. Sorry, I'm just moving the graphics off screen or out of yeah. Okay. And yeah, now let's I guess the environment-based growth things. That was the first thing that I said. So I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna have like. Okay, so yeah, I think the way I want to sort these out is to have. Or first, let's look at the ones that we have, because some of these growth things are valid like basically anywhere. Well, yeah, I don't know how I want to do this. Wait. No, I can figure this out. Okay, so where's our game data? Yes, the growth things. Yeah. So right, so we have like a bunch of these things, and like some of these are like fine anywhere. Like learning how to tie a new type of knot. Like, okay, well, actually, this would make sense for the boat. It would actually make most sense if this happened on the boat. But like, it's your birthday, happy birthday. This could happen anywhere. Like, there's no reason this has to happen like in a cave or like, any one particular place. Like this event type, it makes sense anywhere. Making a new friend could happen anywhere. Getting better at swimming, like this should probably happen in the river. So like basically what I'm thinking is that like some of these I'm probably gonna chop up and like river, ship, Lucky Clover. I guess that would make most sense in the forest, possibly in the no, yeah, forest makes most sense. Pretty Bird probably makes the most sense in the forest. Um, uh, all right, learn to play a song. That can happen anywhere. Climbed really high in a tree. That makes most sense in the forest, I would say. Uh, Hear an epic tale of peril and glory. Land a sweet backflip. Win an arm wrestling match. I'm gonna put this in the village because that just feels like a very villagey thing to do. Taste a spicy new dish for the first time. That might be more of a village thing too, because that's like culture. It's like whittle a collection of small toys for some precocious young children. I'm tempted to put this in the village, but then like people exist everywhere. Like even though you only really see other people in the village, like events will reference like people existing outside that location anyway. So yeah, so that's fine. I'll learn to cook a delicious new recipe. I think I'd leave this anywhere, because like you're adventurers. So like when adventurers cook, they cook on like campfires and stuff. So fresh water from natural spring. I was gonna say forest, but I could also say cave. Although no, cave water's creepy. We'll say, did I say forest? I meant river. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. Stumble upon an unexplored cavern. Yeah. So it's not that this has to take place in a cave. It's that this can't take place on a ship. So, I'm gonna put this in the cave. Actually, no. I'm gonna put this in the mountains. Yeah. Because like finding a cavern inside a cave is easy. Finding a cavern in the mountains is slightly more interesting. A new type of insect can happen anywhere. Catch a really big fish. Should probably happen on the ship, right? Or in the river. Either way. Dragonfly, that can happen anywhere. Sprightly fairy folk. That can happen anywhere. Receive a letter from friends. That's fine. Fondly remember. Find a few shiny gold pieces. Golden beam of light. Oh, well, so... Huh. It'd be a little weird for a golden beam of light to shine down on you when you're in a cave. So I probably should put this somewhere. Which ones don't have much? I've put none of them in the snow, which is fine. But a golden beam of light shines down. I've put too many in the forest already, so I'll put this in the mountain, I guess. Mountains. Gust of cool breeze blows gently at the backs. That's fine. Assist a fellow traveler in need. Sure. Funny limerick. Well rested. Pot of tea. Okay. So yeah. So now these are fine. Yeah, and I didn't even break the data format because we're already splitting on these vertical bars. So it'll still, like the script even right now will still load all this data correctly. And then what do we do with it? Yeah, I want to change how I basically like buckets. There's going to be, for each environment, there's going to be like a bucket of these things. And so the ones that don't specify an environment will go in every bucket. And the ones that, oh, actually, now that I think about it, I never unbanned Sogom. Speaking of things that I haven't done yet, whoops, if you're still there, Sogom, I did not mean to leave you banned for as long as I did. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah. Okay. So actually, let's let's do that. Let's not just say like which ones they can go in. Let's just say all the ones that they can go in. Because like finding a lucky clover, this can happen in the forest or at the river. Pretty bird, this can happen at like forest or river or like mountains or like it wouldn't make as much sense in the cave or on the ship, but snow I guess is fine. Why not? There's like owls and stuff that live in snow. There are we saw this one, the tern, or when we were looking at Arctic. Oh, and the gerfalcon. Yeah, there are plenty of birds there. Um, and then village, pretty bird, sure. Uh, and then okay, so learn how to tie new type of knot. I thought it'd be funny to do that one on the ship, but you can actually do that one anywhere. So I'm just gonna okay. Got better at swimming, so this can happen on the river or in the ship, I guess. Uh, Climbed really high in a tree. The only place that we actually depict trees are in the forest, so I'll keep that in the forest. Each win a match of arm wrestling, spicy new dish. Those ones feel very villagey. They don't have to just be the village, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Why not? Actually, I guess this one I should do. I'll put this one in the village also, now that I think about it, because like, it doesn't make sense that there would be a small toys for precocious young children on a ship. Like, it makes sense in enough in other environments, but it doesn't make as much sense on a ship. Why is there a group of precocious young children on this ship? All right, so sip fresh water from a natural spring. I'm gonna say this can happen in the river or the mountains, or the forest even. It doesn't make a sense in the village because it wouldn't be a natural spring; it would be a well. It doesn't make as much sense on the ship or in a cave because cave water is gross. And snow is actually fine too. Uh, and actually, this one can be fun in the snow as well. So mountains, snow. This can happen in like the forest too. Uh, just not in the village. And this can happen in the cave too. Sure, it's not special. It's not super special when it happens in a cave, but whatever. Um, so okay. Caught a really big fish. Yeah, this one can happen on the ship or in the river. Uh, and then so and then we'll say so this golden light beam of light. Yeah, right. So again, this is one that makes sense basically everywhere except for the cave. So we'll put it in the forest. We'll put it in the village. Put it in the river. We'll put it in the snow. Actually, yeah, no, snow's fine. Uh, and then what's the other one? So not cave, ship. Ship is fine too. So one thing I'll have to do is when I actually maybe I should be authoring this in a different way. I don't know. It's like when I add new environments, I'll have to come back to this and like because right now I'm just doing it additively. So for any new environment I add, uh, I'll have to come back and like append that environment to all of these ones that like have this distinction, which I guess is not that hard, but like I don't know. I guess it's fine. Yeah. Okay. So were there any others? No, the rest of them were fine. Okay. So right. So that's good. So what we'll do now is we'll say, hmm. Oh. All right. No, this is fine. Okay. So we'll say, so yeah. So growth, growth, list. Yeah, growth list. All right. So we'll say now is, growth, growth lists, or like growth dictionary equals dictionary, and then we'll say for Uh, where's our list of environments? I'm pretty sure that exists. Have we not loaded it yet at this point? No, we probably loaded it. Hmm. I swear we have a list of environments. We must keep a list of that somewhere, right? Or do we always just like reference it directly? It might be that we don't keep a list of environments. Um, uh, I mean, I can just go over env events. I mean, I can just do the same thing as env events. This env events.keys. Yeah, alright, whatever. I'll just say, so we can get rid of growth list. That's what we're going to be replacing. And we'll just say, so for EI in env events, dot keys. Actually, no, I think that's redundant. EI in env events does mean EI in env events dot keys. We'll just say growth dictionary index EI equals an empty list. Okay. So then we'll say, so when we open these things, line 0 equals the integer version. Yeah, okay, so then, so what we want to say is, if the length of, line equals 2, then we want to say for EI and env events, we just want to do it for every. Actually, we'll say for EI in growth dictionary at this point, because those are now equivalent. Okay, so for EI in growth dictionary, we'll say growth dictionary index EI dot append line. Oops. Oh, no. Line. Yeah, line. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then so then the other thing that we'll do though, so that's in the case that that there's so when the length equals 2, that means there are none of these special tags at the end, and that means that the event this is valid for every environment. So yeah. Okay, so let's do what then? We can say, right, so in the else case, for li in, or no, for let's say for I in range for I in range actually no, we can do it this way. We can say for li in lines indexed starting at the second place, or starting at index 2 going to the end. And in this case, right, so this is because in when the length of line is greater than 2, that's the case where we did specify those environments. And so we want to go through for each of those environments we specified, we want to say growth dictionary. Right, so instead of for every entry in growth dictionary, we just want to go for those specific entries. And we actually, in this case, we only want to append the first 2 terms, because that hasn't changed. It's still only lines, the first 2 indices of lines that we actually want to append to that list. I mean, it wouldn't be hurtful to tack the whole thing on, but it wouldn't be necessary either. So, yeah. Okay. I wonder if it's lists. I wonder if it's that my lists aren't getting cleaned up. The other day when I forget what day it was, but like I left the game running for a while, and like at a certain point, like I think I noticed. I think I went to the task manager after a certain point, and like the game was using up a lot of memory. I don't remember how much exactly. I just remember looking at it the other day, and it was like using a lot. Like I feel like it was using like gigs. 208 megabytes. I think that's about right. But I was just thinking like, what am I not cleaning up? Like what extraneous data could be piling up? And I wonder if it's lists, because like lists are weird. I don't know. Okay, so regardless, let's do what? Uh, right. So yeah, we can get rid of this growth list thing because right, we're getting rid of growth list. So actually, yeah, let's just look for all references to growth list because those are the ones that I have to change now. So right. So again, now we'll say one more time. So for let's call it EI in growth list. We'll say growth list or growth or sorry, not growth lists. That's what we're getting rid of. Growth dictionary is what we're replacing it with. Growth dictionary index EI dot sort. So we'll sort each individual list instead of just the whole thing. Okay. So for li in growth list, yeah, right. So now instead it's for EI in growth dictionary, and then for li in growth dictionary index EI. Yeah, but then the rest of that is the same. Then for C in li, loops within loops within loops. Yep. Okay. And the rest of that's fine. I guess I can delete this first reference to growth list as well. So max growth bonus. Oh. Wait, what do I even care about max growth bonus? What do I use this for? I feel like I don't actually use it for anything. I do not use it for literally anything. Great. Well, that's easy to clean up. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. I'll be right back. Sorry, I meant to mute the microphone. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's right, we can just delete that one and then continuing on. GI equals integer length. Okay, so the difference that we're going to do here, or the difference that we have here is that instead of growth list, we're going to be referencing growth dictionary index envname, I think it is. Envname, yeah. Right. And then other than that, we're going to be doing pretty much the same stuff. So I think I can actually just do like replace on these. So like, yeah. Yeah. I think this is just, I think these terms are interchangeable. Because growth dictionary is just a dictionary of these lists based on the environment, the current environment. And the environment doesn't change. Like, I mean, we're populating growth dictionary with a list of all the valid environments. So actually technically we're only actually technically I guess that's a little different. Technically we're populating it. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do what I was doing up there. I'm only gonna change it slightly, but like I'm just gonna make sure that we're being like exhaustive. I'm going to I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna take instead of using that list that we were getting from like env events, because technically if there was an environment that didn't have any events authored for it, which would be weird and it would break other things, but like just hypothetically, um, it would also break this. And like, I don't know. I guess I don't really have to worry about that. I just like, it feels a little cleaner to like say, right. I feel like I'm not saying what I mean. I'm like saying something similar to what I mean, and I don't know. I'd rather be a little more deliberate. So right, so we're gonna just say like env list equals os.lister bg bgs bgs, yeah. Right, because that's the list that we want. And then right, so it'll be yeah, okay, there we go. Simple enough. Cool. Okay. Well, good then. And yeah, now let's get back to eradicating growth lists from the face of the whatever. Yeah, alright, so these are the other ones that are equivalent statements for growth dictionary env name. And there it is. I think that's literally all that we had to do. Okay, cool. I'll test that. Oh yeah, I'll test it a little bit. Just by testing to make sure it loads correctly. I'll deactivate this as like the original version of the project, and I'll run a second version of the script. No, I can't do that. Still can't do that. Oh, you know what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna put this in like a try block or something. It'll just be like try, because I don't care. This is like this whole script. I hate try, but I also hate this whole script, and I hate the reason that I had to make the script in the first place. So I don't care if it's a little janky. Alright. So I think now that I've done that, I should be able to run the script multiple times. Hey, look at that. And it didn't crash on load. Oh no, it did. It did crash on load. Key error? Oh. Yeah, no, this isn't right. For li in lines 2... Wait a second. Wait a second. What does that even mean? Oh, lines. No, not lines. Whoops, it's line, singular. Yeah, that's what that means. Alright, yeah, lines is all of them. Line. Oh, and I can't use li here either, because I'm already using li here. Whoops. Wow, I'm not good at this. Alright, so I'll just call it for EI. Can I use EI here? I'm not using EI right here, so that's fine. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just looking for these small things that might as well fix them now, because I'll either find them now or I'll find them later. And either way, yeah. All right, so that seems good enough. And then actually, no, you know what I'll do? I will test this. Nah, that's enough testing for now. I'll test it better later. All right. Do I use a mask image for the area transitions? No. Although that would actually be kind of smart. For the transitions, I just had, here, we can look at some of the art that I use. So for example, the transition that we just saw from the cave to the forest. So we have we had the cave, and the cave is made up of like, here's the background piece for the cave. It's pretty simple. And then here's the mid ground, and like here's the near ground. So you can see like there are the different levels to the cave. And then to transition to the forest, we have we have here's the background piece, which is kind of like the background piece. You never really see the transition part because it's covered up by some of the layers in front of it. So like again, you don't see like the actual like seam like this you never actually see because in the foreground it covers up most of that part. But yeah, so we just like so we have the parallaxing layers and we just like slide in these transition frames between the environments and it stitches it together. And so the way the art was made, the art was made with that in mind. So like for example, the placement of this divide right here, that's not random. I like calculated, you know, how fast does this traverse across the screen? How much space do I have to like cover it up with like foliage in front? You notice like the foliage is a little more dense here. Like it's a little bit thicker. So yeah, masking that probably also would have been a fine approach. I just went with I just did it in art rather than in tech. So yeah, let's what yeah, let's look at what's next on our list because I'm pretty sure I don't know. It's entirely likely or possible that I have to like fix up something at this point. Like maybe I didn't fully implement it correctly, but I feel like I might have. So let's call it done for now, and we'll find out later. Special recognition. Yeah, I did want to. I've been wanting to add this in for a while, and I can now. This is another one of those things, kind of like the prescripted AdLib events, where I wanted to do it, and so I put in all the tech I needed in order to do it, and then I just didn't actually do it. I mean, the tech was useful for a lot of other things too, but kind of funny. Oh, yeah, you know what's actually holding me up on prescripted AdLib events though, now that I think about it, is that I never added in I never updated the data format for like events and stuff. I guess like, you know, for prescripted events, I could just make it so that that all like free type events are automatically AdLib because I added in the free event type specifically for AdLib events, specifically because AdLib events didn't feel right with any of the other event types. So it's I mean in the back of my mind I always thought like maybe at some point I will want to add in AdLib prescripted events for the other event types, but for starters I think that would actually be fine, and that way I don't have to change the data format, which would be convenient for now. Okay. So special recognition. Oh yeah. So there is another reason that I've been kept holding off on this. It's that I don't know whether to go with the expensive solution, which is highly accurate, or the less expensive solution, which is mostly accurate. I think for starters, I'll want to go with the less expensive solution. I feel like I might want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, it should be fine for now. Yeah. Should be super fine. It should be totally fine. Plus I can always I can always like scale it to be like still not fully expensive, but slightly. No, maybe I should just go with the expensive solution because like when I say expensive, it's not actually that expensive. No, it's really not that expensive. So no, I'm just gonna go with the I already like half implemented the okay, so I should speak less abstractly. So the expensive solution. Okay, so special recognition is for so like at the end of the event, Trusty Bard says like you know, there's not much to go around, but you got a shiny coin, like coffer, 100%. What I want to add in is special recognition for the players who like led the event, sort of. So instead of just saying like Coffer 100%, I would say something like Coffer 100% led by so and so, and we can actually say the players' names now because we have tech for. Oh, that's the other thing. We won't always know players' real names. So I think that's why I was thinking of going with the less expensive solution because there's already like one unavoidable foible in how we handle that. Nah, if we don't have players' names, I think we should just use their names in a way that we. So right, so IRC doesn't tell us what is the correct capitalization for a player's name. In order to get the correct capitalization, we have to look in, like IRC has to tell us who's playing, and then once we find out who's playing, we have to make a separate web call in order to get the capitalization. And so, any place that we would want to show a player's name, hypothetically, we should wait until we get that web call. In terms of like special recognition, though, I feel like it's worse to just like deny the player that recognition than it would be to just show their name with potentially incorrect capitalization. So, ugh. I'm loath to show people's name with the wrong capitalization. But I think I already even decided to do that in at least one other place. Because like as much as I resent IRC for not just telling me the correct capitalization in the first place, I don't want to like punish players just because IRC is a jerk. Sorry. So is this why it stays in the backlog and I've never actually done it? Because I keep getting perplexed by this one question. Ah. I guess I'll just use stupid capitalization. And I guess that's fine. Alright, let's do this. Let's try it, and then maybe we'll change it, but maybe we'll keep it. We'll see. Oh, whoa. How are we going to do this for archery? Whoa. Alright, so we can still do this for archery. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little weird. No, I guess this will still be fine. We just have to, when we're processing... Yeah. No, this will be fine. Okay, so, right, so we have, what is it, actions data. Actions data is where we keep track of players, actions data is where we keep track of the timestamp for players taking action. You know, for archery, it might be, we might do this a little differently. Like, we might do it by, Yeah, special recognition might just be completely different for archery. So maybe I should worry about that later. Maybe I should do special recognition first for classic event types. Because, like, right, so the thing about archery is that the outcomes are not based on the individual actions. So, like, you can't just go by the first person who chose to shoot towards the right. Like, I guess it'll basically go by, it'll basically sort players into, like, oh, no. It's going to be one unified, like, high score list. It's going to be the players, right, so what we'll do is we'll just take the players with the highest scores and then go by the, you know, I don't know how many names I'll be showing, like maybe like 10 or so names. We'll just go by the players with the highest highest scores, and then in the case of a tie, we'll tie break by timestamp. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for archery, we only have to keep track of Oh, actually, hmm. Yeah, how are we gonna do? I guess I was gonna say just by a single timestamp for archery, but no, I guess I'll go by like three separate timestamps, and then yeah, I'll just go with well, I'll figure that out later. um, all right, so for special recognition, we're keeping track of the timestamp. So all we have to do now is just go to the end of the event. Because, yeah, like I said before, I already set it up so that we're keeping track of this data. So now we just have to go to the place where we're parsing out all of these outcomes, and specifically in here. So when curve type equals classic, um, I guess we'll say yeah, how many of these timestamps do we actually want to keep? Um, huh. So yeah, we'll just say okay, so we'll say yeah, right. So for oh, actually wait, no, we can put this inside this right. So we can put this in here. Uh we can say wait, if actually oh, okay, okay. Yeah, right. So actually we can put this in here. We'll say do we iterate over? I think we iterate over the event set here. We say for like pi or for p key in event set. We say if inflist index I index wait, why is it index I index 1 index 0? What is the inflist? Oh, no, no, the index 0 is for the action dictionary. Wait, what the heck? Why are we... I don't care. If inflist index I index 1, um, no, why are we indexing it like that? There's a less stupid way that we can index this, isn't there? It's just action dictionary. No, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. If inflist, so if the name of this action is in uh, player dictionary index p key dot actions, then how is it? Yeah, how is it that we're gonna do this? I guess we can just put the entire list together and then sort the entire list. This seems kind of like overkill. I don't care though. It's very simple. So we'll just say like act or so we'll say like lead list equals empty list, and then we'll say, so for p key we'll say, so if influence, so if this player took this action, we'll say lead list dot append, and it will be the player dictionary index p key dot actions data value, comma, the player's name. or yeah, that. Then once we've done that, we will say lead list dot sort, and then we just have to. How many players are we gonna say? We could just say the first. We could just say the number one player, or we could just say like the top 3 players. Uh, So let's I'll try top 3. I guess. Um. So let's Okay, so let's say so for uh yeah, so actually there are 3, but there are 3 different cases, because like it's possible that only one person took this action. So let's say so outro string oh yeah, actually, so then the other thing, now that I think about it, this actually comes down here, because it happens after we do the after we do this first part. So so we'll say all right, so we've added all of that stuff in. Oh, okay, so this will also, we'll want to turn this into semicolons, not commas, because we're going to use commas to separate the players' names, and so for p key and event set, if influence list index blah blah blah, so we have our lead list. Then we'll say I could just like case each one. So if the length of lead lists equals or actually I'll do it in, so if the length of lead list is greater than 2, then we'll say outro string plus equals led by plus so it'll be lead list index 0, index 1, because remember it's the timestamp and the name, so it's index 1 will be the name, plus comma plus lead list index 1, index 1, so it'll be the second player to have responded, and then plus comma and plus lead list oops, not quotes, lead list index 2, index 1, and yeah. Oh, and then right, so then there's the semicolon which gets added on. Okay, but then yeah, so there's also the else case, if the length of lead list equals to then outro string instead plus equals led by and then we basically just do some of this. We don't do the we do it like in a slightly different format, so nah because we don't need the comma. We'll just say and yeah, and oops, too many plus signs. And then lastly we'll just say control duplicate and then whoops, missing a line break. So elif the length of lead list, if there's only one person who chooses this action, then it's pretty straightforward. We just say led by that person. Alright, so So, yeah, I didn't mean to unban you for nearly so long, Sogom. I just like I sometimes I do. I banned you, and then I got distracted, and I never remembered to unban you. So um, Sogom, you don't have an excuse for like clearly like grating on my nerves. Like you've been around long enough to know what grates on my nerves and what doesn't, and so you don't have an excuse. And so you should know that I don't know, you should know already. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and I'll reiterate that like I do not take suggestions. This is not an open project. This is a project with open development, but it is not itself a collaborative project. This is my project. And I'm not saying that to be like a just for the sake of being a jerk. I'm saying that because it's like kind of important. Like I'm not going to go into further detail, but you're welcome to either like adapt or like die off as with all things in life. So have a blast with that. Um, okay, and actually, so that was dark, but I think that's actually all we need to do for special recognition. So like the expensive part is like hypothetically, if this list is like thousands of people long, then like it's a little extra processing to like review like literally every data point in the entire list and yada yada. Um, but uh, you know what? Actually, we could put these lists together earlier because we're already going over every player in the event set earlier on. So like, yeah, actually, let's move this up. So what did I call it? Like lead list. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna call it like lead dictionary. Uh, and lead dictionary equals. I'll unban you now because I'll give you like time served because I had forgotten to unban you earlier. So I would have left you banned just then. Because the only thing worse than trolling is like insisting that you're not trolling. It's like trolling isn't something you do; it's something that happens to another person. And so like no one can say I'm not trolling. Only another person can say you're not trolling. Like because it's subjective. It's like it's all right. Anyways, um, lead dictionary equals a dictionary, and then so for Peaky and event set. Oh wait, this isn't the right place. This is the second time that we're iterating over. Right, no, wait, no, is this, where's the, no, here it is, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, right, because this is for classic. So, alright, so lead list, equals, dictionary, blah, blah, blah. And then, for Peaky in event set, PB equals, if cur fmax actions is greater than 1, okay. So for all these places that we're saying like PB bonus dictionary, blah, 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 like these are also places where we want to say lead dictionary. Or well, actually, so the first thing that we'll say is, so for lead dictionary, we'll say, so for AI in, what was the, like top list or like what is our top list? Yeah, for like a key and top list, uh, top list. Then we'll say lead dictionary index a key equals an empty list, right? And then so then when we're adding in these like bonuses. If a key in bonus dictionary, why would a key not be in bonus dictionary? Huh. I feel like that's an unnecessary check. A key index 1 in player dictionary p key dot actions. Like how could it be? Huh. Oh yeah, yeah. It's actually so yeah. For one thing, it's not a key. It's a key index one. Um, but also, how could it be in the player's actions and not in the bonus dictionary? That seems impossible. I feel like that's an unnecessary check.